Oh shit!
What happened?
What's wrong?
I didn't update my shit before I pressed the start
Oh
button.
my god.
So I'm hoping.
Son of a bitch, I didn't go back to orbit. God damn it.
I don't know.
Why? Oh, it started a new match, huh? No,
Yeah.
moving around. Yeah. I accidentally jumped in there instead of the tower, and I was like,
Oh, sorry, dog.
Have you had these before, Sneak?
Pistachios?
You okay?
No, the chili
Okay.
roasted ones. I know you
Oh,
like.
no.
You like have this fascination with nuts.
I know you like nuts in your mouth, Sneak. So.
I have a variety of nuts.
Ah,
Nice
Yeah.
nuts.
I don't normally go for those weird ass like flavor.
This is episode 32.
33.
33, I thought.
Holy shit!
I don't normally go for
They
those
caught
weird ass
my
flavored
eye,
stuffs, you guys.
so-
I like just regular nuts that are just like nut flavored. You know?
Chili roasted. They're
Like-
not bad. Not hot.
What's wrong with nut flavored nuts?
Oh, they caught
Like
my eye.
natural nuts.
Yeah.
Do you like them salty?
I don't mind them if they're a little salty. You guys remember what was it, Alec Baldwin on Saturday Night Live? He had sweaty nuts.
Yes. Sweaty balls.
He had sweaty balls, that's right.
Do you remember?
What-
It's Pat? Do you remember It's Pat?
Yep.
Oh my nuts! They were my lunch.
I didn't get that skid. That guy irritated the shit out of me. I think maybe that's what it was, though.
Mm-hmm. As androgynous as it gets.
Well, I guess it's
You got to change your titles there, Ken. You're all
Yeah,
messed
man.
up.
Did I changed them, updated them, everything, but I didn't change the damn scenes.
Then get your shit together.
I got it together. It's
Shit
together now.
Get it all
It's in
together.
the backpack and it's ready to go.
All right.
I sold it at the shit store. Yes.
Get together.
I love you too, babe.
Shut the fuck up, T-Tops.
Sneak saying, "Shut the fuck up, T-Tops."
I love you, Snake.
Aw. I really wish he would just shut
What
the fuck
the
up.
Shit.
Hey, it's P-Pops.
He said, "Aw, I really wish you would shut the fuck up, though."
It's just me and Candor streaming right now. So. Don't know if these other fuckers are even interested in doing it. I would give them everything they needed to do to like also stream too, also, but they're not. So.
I have everything I need. I'm just not going to.
Okay, do me a huge favor and shut the fuck up. How about that?
Wow, you're salty.
Sweaty. Here we go.
Do it.
Hey, we did it. We're both fancy
We
and
did it.
schmancy. Oh shit! What up? It's Metal Mike. What's up, Metal? Mike of the Metals. Hey, hosty schmosty. Thanks for that. Guys, if you're wondering what is that badass background music that you play in your stream, I'll tell you, it's my friend Deek Beats. It's available for you on Spotify and SoundCloud and Instagram and Facebook and Twitter under the DEEK, Deek Beats. Bye, Steve. Shit.
Bye, Poof.
He's
Welcome
back
back,
now.
Steve. The Matrix
I got-
get you?
I
Is there
got
a glitch in the
I
Matrix?
got problems, guys. I keep locking up here.
What's locking you up?
I'm pretty sure it's the graphics card. It's not internet based.
I see. Here's what you need to do.
Get a guy.
Get yourself a guy.
I need a guy.
See, a lot of times, folks your age, your guy is your son.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Man, we should go to Waffle
You don't sound very
What does he know
confident.
about computers?
Canned, we should go to Waffle House. That's it. Let's put the freezing graphics down and go to the Waffle House.
Waffle House sounds nice. I like it. It's a good idea. Good solid plan.
Another hosty schmosty. Thanks, P-Pops. I put way too much whiskey in that whiskey and Coke.
I don't have any whiskey.
I don't have any mixers.
I don't understand, Steve. So you're saying that your graphics card is slowing your PC down?
Steve's frozen.
Oh, yep, I see that now. Fanatoasty with the hosty schmosty. Thank you, the mosty. I could go on. Naked child.
Steve does not look amused.
Just saying. Have some for your birthday. Nice.
Yum or next?
Yum or next. IDK. Poor Steve.
Defrag, then refrag. I wonder if it's the motion background that's locking him up since his
Could be.
graphics isn't
Turn the motion background
so
on.
hot.
OBS is sitting here running no problem at all. It's something else.
Discord.
May I ask you what you have running in your processes right now? So, like on your computer Zoid, there's a upward arrow next to your time. What programs are running? Defragged and refragged. You know, Metal Mike Rob is also a guy. He wouldn't be able to come to your house, I don't think, but he is a guy.
I have that graphics card, or some, a very close facsimile to it.
Metal Mike's a little aroused because we're getting techie.
He loves it. Guys, so all of us here, even Steve, believe it or not, we have significant others, okay? Now I'm going to read you a hot take from the interwebs, and I want you guys to react to this hot take. Okay? Sound good?
Okay.
If your significant other doesn't support your passion, you have baggage instead of a partner.
That's bullshit.
Anyone who would advise you to quit doing what you love isn't someone who actually wants to see you happy. They are just interested in controlling how you live. Now,
I can see that to a point. But what if your significant other is more of a realist and not so much with their head in the clouds?
see, but like, that is going to the end of supporting, right? That's taking the support all the way through, right? What he said, though, is doesn't support your passion, right? Now, I think that anyone who loves you would be able to tell that you're passionate about something.
Obviously.
And I think that, you know, just a natural part of, you know, being someone's partner is supporting the things that they're passionate about. Now, that doesn't mean that they have to, like Ken said, have their head in the clouds, do they? Damn, Thanatos, you got a whole fucking room there.
How the fuck did that
I
happen?
wasn't expecting to see where the magic happens.
Is this the the OnlyFans set?
Uh-oh. Where do you clean up the squirt? That's what I want to know. Is there-
He wipes it on the counter behind on the
got it,
shelf behind the bed.
He squirts into the fan, then it just goes everywhere.
No, that's a jizz rag
yeah,
on his
that-
bed.
yeah.
What's considered not supporting, and that's where like the depth of the statement comes in. But what I'm trying to point out is like, if your significant other doesn't understand your passion, how are they going to support it? If you're not honest about what you're passionate about, how are they going to support it? I
That
think
falls back to the number one
immediately
rule of
jumping in-
relationships.
right, communication. But like that, like immediately jumping into now you have a baggage instead of a partner. It's more like you have a conversation to have with your partner right? Like
Yeah.
it shouldn't be an automatic jump into like, well, if they don't support your passion, then they can fuck right off because they're part of the problem. Where I don't know, I kind of touched on this before, but I feel like Naked Kid. Oh shit. I feel like I feel like there's a lot to be said about couples who communicate well and they have a good
baby.
relationship, especially concerning something as time consuming as like streaming or gaming, right?
Actually, me and Tam Tam or T-Tops had to have a talk about it. The first time that I took a break, a super long break, and was like, all right, I'm done doing it.
Right.
She's like, you're not spending time with any of us. You're just sitting behind a screen, and that's all you're doing. So then I stopped. I completely stopped streaming, and then she started talking to me like, hey, maybe you should get back into this. And then we talked about it a little more, a little deeper. And she realized why I enjoyed it so much, where I was coming from. And then now, I mean, she supports me every way that she can.
Yeah, definitely.
As she should.
But there
My
was
wife
a
supports me. Granted, I don't stream very often, but my wife does support the fact that I do it, and we've had that conversation. Like, she's like, at one point she was, you're wasting your time, and we've had that conversation. I'm like, I'm not wasting my time. This is time I'd be gaming, so why not stream at the same time? You never know.
right.
Well, I just found it so difficult to think of the issue in such black and white terms. Like,
Yeah, I was just gonna say that
Yeah.
black and white term. There's no either you're with me or you're against me in marriage.
Exactly.
There isn't.
what is P-Pop's talking about here? She said they're
She's
starting a
talking
farm.
about
Oh god, a farm.
Stardew Valley, I think. Right? Or no, they're actually starting a farm because of the
In real
chickens. Yeah.
But what she's saying is like he's getting into it now because he realized how much she loves it, and she's been supporting him with his passion, and she's asking, like, this is my passion. So I feel like the whole give and take thing is super important, especially when you're considering like a significant other. I just don't know how much I want to get behind, calling someone baggage. Because like here's something that I think is super difficult for people who are in the space to step back and look at the space, and that's the fact that like streaming is difficult to understand for a lot of people.
It really is.
For a lot of people. Your fat man planted some beer bottle tops and they still haven't grown. You just got to keep watering them, man.
That's because I took his plants. They're in my backyard now.
Oh, package. Yeah, that's super rough. I think. I don't know if
Yeah,
I.
So
If you're calling that person baggage at this point, maybe that relationship never was going to work out to begin with. Because
if you can feel safe,
you don't understand how a relationship works, and maybe you're not mature enough to have one.
well, not just that, but maybe their relationship isn't healthy at all. If you don't communicate and you don't express how you feel with each other, you're never going to get anywhere except for pissed off and feel like you're being taken advantage of.
Mm-hmm.
Or like somebody's controlling you.
Yeah, it's just it's such a. I got in half the topic. Oh, I was actually just pulling something off the cuff here because I saw a tweet that made me question.
No, read
tweets.
the tweet again.
So I have another theory. I mean, technically with that give and take, it is a pass off between your baggage and it's like, here you go, you take it this time. And you pull them up to your level and then they pull you up to their level and it's just a back and forth.
So here's
Always.
Here's what's going on. The tweet says, if your significant other doesn't support your passion, you have baggage instead of a partner. They go on to say that anyone who would advise you to quit doing what you love isn't someone who actually wants to see you happy. They're just interested in controlling how you live. Now, here's the thing. If you love doing crack cocaine, someone who loves you is going to try to convince you to quit doing crack cocaine. If you smoke cigarettes and ride dangerous motorcycles, The people who care about you want you to quit. Oh, got it.
Yes.
But I I don't understand how you can jump directly into baggage when really, I think the pressure, the impetus is on you to have the conversation about why you're so passionate about it, and help them address the things that they don't understand, because streaming for the random people out there, it is difficult to get like why people even do this, first of all. Second of all, if you're sitting there lying to yourself that you're going to make this a career and you're really not, the people who are around you and who care about you want to what's best for you, and maybe their advice does sound a bit like they're not supporting your passion, but maybe you have an unrealistic passion.
Mm-hmm.
When I was a kid, I wanted to be a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Eventually,
Yes,
my mom
Bebop.
broke it to me like last year that I can't do that. I'm not going to be a T-Rex. So, it took her a while to like let me down slow, but what's funny?
Your topic with Bacon's face. It's perfect.
But my face isn't from him. My face is from
okay.
Steve.
Where's Steve at? Is he in the Discord?
Steve is working on his drivers. If someone, maybe Mike Robb, you could reach out to Steve through the Discord. I don't know if you can help or not, but possibly you can. Would be awesome. He needs some assistance. At least just identifying what is overpowering his PC so much that he can't join a Discord call. Fatman says bring him on the show. You're on the show right now. See, your name is like right down there.
Cloak beer.
Baggage is if they make you feel like shit over it and give you it's your passion or me. I think at that point it's less about the baggage and more about the fact that you're in a bad relationship.
So rejected.
And I mean, it's like I don't think that this person's like necessarily is wrong, like in a certain sense. I think probably this person was hurt and was in a relationship that wasn't conducive to their personal goals, maybe is a good way of putting it. I don't want to say like that they're wrong for feeling that way, because maybe the person that they're talking about was unsupportive, but I'm not necessarily sure. Like, I don't know. Here's the thing, all right? If you suck at something,
There's not a lot of detail
listen,
in there.
canned. So, if you sucked at broadcasting and you were sacrificing sleep and you're spending a bunch of fucking money and your family's telling you
and
your family's telling you that they're not getting any attention, and like
I've done
you
that.
lose a job and you don't pay your bills,
Close.
and like shit gets to
No.
the point where
Nothing else matters but behind the screen.
I would advise you to step back. You know what I mean? Like I would care about you enough to say the hard thing, which is get a real fucking job
Step away.
and pay your fucking bills and
Yeah.
like take some time to get your shit together.
Right. And at first, if you were to say that, then it would hurt, because, I mean, you have these people that you love so much and their opinion matters so much. But if you're so blinded by your own wants and goals, it's not going to make any damn sense whenever somebody opposes it. It's going to seem like they're totally against you and they don't want you to succeed, even though they can see blatantly that you're not succeeding and you're just wasting your time.
And see, like, I'm really glad we started with this conversation, because it's going to go right into the topic that I wanted to talk about this week.
Oh, so can this be considered foreshadowing?
Well, not necessarily foreshadowing, but we'll be able to transition pretty well into the next topic. Does anybody have any...
Tamara.
I'm kind of trying to kill some time
Can you
here
give me some
while
juice?
Fat Man Hunt and pecks his fucking reply letter by fucking letter.
Apple?
Do I have any topics?
No, just like anything to say about this. Like, we're talking about, like Bacon said that he had to have a conversation with Mary.
Hold on.
But
And-
it was not like she didn't straight up say, "Oh, you're never gonna go anywhere" or anything. She just didn't get it. she didn't get the appeal. She still doesn't get the appeal, but she's supportive.
Does she ever watch sports online?
No,
Does she ever watch like a talk show like Ellen, or
no.
she never?
Her
catches
day consists
soaps?
of The Wiggles, Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood, and some Disney movies. That's pretty much my wife's day.
Well,
When she's not doing
not to be an
housework.
asshole, but it sounds like that sucks.
It does suck.
But like what I'm saying is it's a lot easier to have that conversation when you can relate it to something else, you know?
Hmm.
When I explained it to my brother, because he didn't get it, he's like, "What, do you just play video games?" It's like,
A lot of people don't get it.
Yes,
My boss
in-
didn't get it.
in the same way that, like, you know, people who are like in the stadium watching a football game is just watching someone playing football, right? Like, you can do that from anywhere. But the difference is that, like, you know, when you're broadcasting your video games the way that I do it, you have 80% of its interaction with people in chat.
Yep.
You know,
So everybody in Tam Tam's family, T-Top's family, always rags on video games, except for her brother, because he also plays video games.
And builds gaming computers because he's super smart.
Yeah, he's pretty awesome. So they're always like, it is just a complete waste of time. You need to be outside in the sun, doing yard work,
Oh, yeah.
playing outside. I'm like,
those kinds of people.
Go raise a
No,
barn
thank you.
while you're at it.
no, thank you.
Yeah.
Which they have.
I mean, but like that's like their thing too, right? Like,
It
you
is.
know, the difference is like,
Tamara,
I don't know.
you didn't get my apple juice.
You never really are going to convince anybody else to change their point of view. What's outside? That's where all your farm stuff is, P-Pops.
That's where your
Unless you've been-
chickens will be.
Unless you've been playing Farmville this whole time and haven't been telling us.
Come water my crop.
You just got like really high-res pictures of Farmville.
Nah,
She's playing that 4K Farmville, you guys.
they built a farm in Minecraft.
Oh, great. Now you're gonna have to play Minecraft
Look
to
at
just
that
go to your
cutie
farm.
behind you, Thanatos.
There's been
Thank
a
you, baby.
naked kid running in and out, like.
You're welcome.
That's what he does.
Fat Man, actually, dude, I would love to have you on the show. I just don't know if this is the right show for it. We could talk and discuss another time where you're going to be available on a Friday night, and we'd love to get you on. I guarantee you, it'd be a good time. I could pick you up
Absolutely.
for having a beefy PC just to play fucking Farmville. Got it. Is that a Sparkle shirt? It's a yep. I used to know the fucking.
Mr. Sparkles is disrespectful of dirt. Yeah.
Hey.
There was a
T-Top's got it for me.
there was a fucking jingle with it though, right? Hey, there's that naked kid.
Steve says, watch your mailbox. You bought this shirt for me.
My inbox.
Like games.
Oh, he's
You know
saying
what I'm
Mr.
wearing today?
Sparkle.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh, Bright Light Gaming.
Right, like Eamon.
Wave bacon.
Oh,
Laundry
apparently
day.
It's laundry day in Thanatos' house.
is oh god, what's her name?
Oh, she
There it
waved.
is.
She waved.
All right.
She waved.
There it is.
Yeah.
Just horrible at typing replies, better talking it out. I know you did. I know. We had to sit through that fucking paragraph you put together. Whew. Although I do gotta say, dude, like you do a really good job. There's no misspelling. There's no bad grammar. There's no wrong there. He said they're not wrong.
When you're typing a half a word a minute, it's hard to make mistakes.
It's true. He probably went back over it like 6
true.
times. They're not wrong. Like you said, if you was doing some coke and they weren't supportive, then yeah, it's baggage. If not supporting in stream is a 2-lane street. I'm horrible explaining in text, but I agree. If you're not sleeping and eating, then yeah, your partner needs. Yes, exactly. You need to be doing healthy stuff no matter what is going on. But I feel like it's super easy, especially for streamers, to like not make the connection with their significant other because they don't understand what streaming is. Streaming is hard to understand for just regular people.
Good evening, hey.
Oh, for Fat Man's invite. Gotcha. Been drinking, so typing's always hard. Well, you're doing a good job. Keep it up.
Wait,
Use your
Batman's
good
been
eye.
Drinking?
Fat Man is right now is drinking.
No.
Not my Christian Minecraft server.
Um,
I don't know. As long as it's in the Discord, I mean,
I've got
seems like that Christian Minecraft server is all over the place.
I've got a delicious whiskey and Coke.
I've got my
I've got an
Iced
cup
tea.
full of apple bar and apple juice.
Nice. Pretty bad drinking. Fat Man types better than me, but I have bad keys. Yeah, blame it on the
I
keys, people.
love the fact that you're drinking out of a straw too.
So, guys, I watched. First of all, my dog has learned to open our doors, but she can't get past the lock. So,
Yet.
I think she was trying to get in, but now she can't. I watched a video by Harris Heller recently. Did you guys watch that with me?
Yes.
What did you think, Thanatos?
I think he was pretty spot on. That's not the first thing of his I've watched. He typically has decent things to say, but I think he pretty much nailed it. And it was a lot of, yeah, you could potentially be successful at this and you know, make something out of it other than a hobby, but go in knowing that the odds of that are slim, and it's going to take tremendous amounts of time and dedication and some amount of luck. And that's really what it came down to. His overall point, I think, was anybody can be successful and do it full time, but not everybody will. And if you go into it with that goal and that goal alone, I think you're already kind of setting yourself up for failure at that point.
Right.
Because especially
because
on
of the pace
Go ahead.
that like this kind of stuff happens on. A lot of people who
Right.
think that all you got to do is show up and now you're good. They're going to be the ones who get slapped in the face 3 months later when they never touch streaming again.
and especially on the platform that we all stream on now, because of the saturation.
D Live.
And yeah, exactly. Well, I am moving all of my content to Brine next week.
Wait.
Um,
I went back to Mixer, so
I'm gonna
Oh, okay.
make the switch to MySpace.
That's where it's at.
And it, you know, like you said, Sneak, if you get in thinking, well, all I've got to do is push a button and play a game and I'm going to be successful, it's no.
I think one of the most, at least for me, like one of the most poignant parts of what he put out there in that video was, if you look at the numbers, there's like literally hundreds of millions of streamers and 45,000 partners, which means that of the partners, there is, 0.007? That's the number of partners to streamers on Twitch. And then he said of that 0.007, probably 0.004 of them don't make enough money to pay their rent. So
With
he said
everything that just went down, that number is probably even lower.
yeah, so like basically what he said was probably reasonably 0.0003% of streamers make enough money to pay their bills through Twitch. Right? And if you look at that, that means that 99.99 whatever streamers on this platform are not content creators. They are gamers with a camera. And I feel like it's really hard to hear for a lot of people out there, especially if you're a smaller streamer, because a lot of it, a lot of the streaming advice that I remember and that I thought was right and that I started with was just stream, always stream, keep your stream on.
Consistency.
People will show up. You'll get lucky.
Stream everything.
You'll get the right raid, or you'll get the right retweet, or you'll find the right whatever, and just do it. And you know, it's like the Field of Dreams. Build it, and they will come. That's not how it works. You know what I mean? Like what he was saying, I think in that video wasn't that in order to be successful, you have to be a partner who pays all their bills. But what he was saying is that there's a lot of people who have aspirations who are just like 99.9% of the rest of the streamers out there who are not doing anything besides being a gamer on camera.
And that's, I think that's a big part of it. I look at myself and from when I just push the button and I'm streaming, I personally think I am pretty entertaining. I interact well with chat. I do a lot of the things that a successful streamer would want to do. What I don't do, and this is something that Sneak told me early on, was you don't see a ton of my content on Twitter. You don't see a ton of my content on Instagram. You don't see a ton of my content on YouTube. I don't do the ancillary things that will draw more attention to me.
But if I had OnlyFans, you know, I'm just saying.
Well, there is the OnlyFans, but that's a niche thing. I feel like if I did, I would be a lot further along than I am now.
Well, so like Steve brought up a good point, and I think it goes right along with this, because there's a point in the video where he's talking about, you know, you have a hobby, you know, and if you sit around and just say, oh, it's my hobby, maybe one day it'll make money, maybe one day it'll make money, maybe if I invest a bunch of money, maybe one day it'll make money, but you keep dropping back as into, but it's my hobby, so you can kind of feel like you don't have a bunch of responsibility there. But would you open a store? Would you start a business? Would you start a business and then just go, well, maybe it'll pick up, maybe it'll be, you know, a financially viable store eventually, maybe.
Isn't that what every hobby store is? Theoretically.
Well,
well, my boss started the restaurant back up. He was out of the game for 10 years. He started the restaurant back up as a hobby.
Right, but I mean, like, it wasn't really a hobby. He's not like fucking sailing his yacht. And
it's not like he started out as a hobby.
Right.
He came back to the business. Like, that means that he has a history of, I know how this shit works, and I'm going to use this as some side cash because I know it'll be profitable because I have the knowledge to do so.
And if he restarted it as a hobby, he was already doing well enough somewhere else.
He's an architect.
That the restaurant wasn't. He wasn't potentially. If any of the four of us sitting right here said, "I'm going to count on this to pay my bills," well, boom, now we are walking away from what I would assume we all have relatively decent job security. We're walking away from that and taking a huge gamble. I don't think anybody sitting here, the first time they pushed the start streaming button, I don't think anybody did it with the intention of this was going to pay their bills. Maybe not. So I don't know.
Like, here's the thing, though. When I first started, kind of I did, like, in the back of my head, though, right?
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna make a lot of money off of this.
Like look at these assholes playing video games for a living. I can fucking do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then I was like,
and then you started doing that, and you went, "Holy balls, this is harder than it looks."
Yeah, there's so much more going on than what I thought was happening.
I Move Your Hay says, you don't show your ass or tits. You're old, bro. LOL. Facts. Not to be mean, but truth spoken.
I don't agree with that at all.
Not even a little bit.
I think that the crowd of people who expect ass and tits to change things are the same crowd of people who would go watch ass and tits.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
That's a terrible take,
That's
because
a different.
I know female streamers who do nothing of the sort,
yeah.
and they are successful because their content is
Right.
good.
Don't get me
But
wrong.
And at
then
the end of the day,
a
that's
lot of
what it
times
all comes down to.
they have
don't get me
trolls
wrong.
and shit.
I don't want to say
that
that Hay is 100% incorrect, because there are people on this platform and the other platforms who that is what they do here. They show ass and tits, and then they lead you to their OnlyFans, or they lead you to their Patreon, or they lead you somewhere else.
Yeah.
But the fact of the
But
matter
that's where they make their money, and that's where
their
they're-
business. That's their business.
Right.
So,
Right.
I mean, if it was just having an ass and tits, I've got like at least a B cup going on, you guys. Like,
Yeah.
That's a solid D. I'm just saying.
I mean,
Oh.
I've tried on my wife's bra and it's not a solid D. So,
And I mean, look, honestly, if any of the four of us sitting here, if I sat here and I hit that button and I'm going live and I got my face in front of a camera and I look like Brad Pitt as opposed to looking like me,
Like an old mop, yeah.
Is that going to help? Yeah. Is that going to help my cause? It's not going to fucking hurt it, you know.
no, it
But
definitely will.
Having a beard helps.
That's only going to keep people coming back for so long.
If I didn't
At
have this
some
beard,
point,
I'd have 0
got
viewers.
substance.
I have to agree with
I
that.
move your head, said, "Damn,
Yeah.
son."
Like that's a really good point. If you had all the talent you needed to just be a broadcaster without any of the appeal, like, you know, with your ugly with your ugly fucking face, if you didn't have that, it wouldn't necessarily be the end of it, but it would be, I think, difficult. Like beautiful people in a broad sense generally have things easier.
You said ugly face,
Yep.
and I'm feeling attacked. Okay.
Oh, well, just turn your
Because
camera
he was
off again.
speaking directly to you, so you should feel attacked. No, you're 100% right, Sneak. That's just the world we live in.
People are very quick to make snap judgments, and if you pop into someone's stream and it's an ugly dude and he's just staring at his fucking computer and like not really doing much, then you would probably click away. But if it was like a super like attractive guy with a great beard and, you know, good jawline, and his hair wasn't falling out and he didn't look like an old mop, you know, then like
That's why I wear hats.
then like you'd be more inclined to probably hang out there. You know, if you're a dude and you like to watch, you know, people play really hard games at super high difficulty, then it's not going to matter too much what they look like, but it might make a difference between this guy versus that guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Half the time people out there
Me
ain't even
personally,
looking.
I could give a shit what a streamer looks like. That's not why I'm there. And part of it maybe too is I'm a married man. My eyes don't need to wander. I don't need to care what somebody looks like. It doesn't factor into why I'm in that channel.
Hay says, I agree that content is important. I'm just saying Twitch has changed. You got to find that thing that makes you stand out. Which is what that guy, that the video that we're talking about, that's what he said in his video. If you're just turning on a game and playing with a camera on you, you're doing the same exact thing that 99.96 people are doing on Twitch.
Well, and here's the thing too. Okay, so you hear the complaint a lot of times about like Hollywood, like movies. They're just doing the same thing over and over. You can only be so different, right?
Yep.
You can only do so. Dr. Disrespect's got his thing. Ninja's got his thing.
That's what Hay just said.
I'm sure you've seen those.
Everybody's got their thing. So you can only be so different. You can only innovate so much. At the end of the day, if you get your name out there enough and your content is good enough and enough people want to consume it, you will be found. Will you be Ninja? Will you be Shroud? Probably not.
But
Dr.
maybe.
Disrespect he's more of a character.
That's what he did. He
And
found
that's
an
his
itch.
persona.
There's still a real life guy behind that, though.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Even though
And
even
a
though
very
he's
generous,
bad.
nice guy behind that.
That's his
too.
Right.
business.
So Hay said in chat, there are so many characters. Look at Doc Disrespect. He's trash at video games,
He's not, though.
but
He's
he's
not.
pretty. He's pretty good, but he's not like
He would whoop me 11
super
times out of 10.
fantastic good.
No, dude, he is super
Right.
fantastic good. That dude is on another fucking level. If you spent more than 20 minutes in a stream, you would watch him fucking destroy everyone. Now, of
Yeah.
course,
I've seen a couple of
everyone,
his stuff, and it was
everyone
really
gets
good.
killed every now and again, and everyone dies to
Right.
stupid shit. Like, I'm
But
sure
whenever
that
he
you've seen him die,
does-
but that guy, I am not kidding. He is
It's
on
his-
a different
it's-
fucking level.
There's a reason he's a
It's his
two-time
character, though.
blockbuster champ.
Two
all right?
time.
Two times.
He fucking wrecks.
And I mean, as far I've made no secret about I don't care for his shtick does not do it for me.
Right.
But he figured something out
I think it's
that
hilarious.
his audience likes, and he capitalized. He knows how to market that character.
He really feeds into it too. Like
I mean, this son
right.
bitch before he came back. Before he
commits.
came back to YouTube, he left a starting soon screen up for 24 hours, and he's sitting there fucking getting paid on a starting soon screen.
with like hundreds of thousands
The
of
guy
viewers.
knows what he's doing.
Absolutely.
His content,
He's that point
For-
zero
I
zero
won't-
0.04%.
yeah.
it's polarizing. You know, either you love him or you hate him. There's no real lukewarm feeling
Right.
about the guy.
And either way, whether you love him or hate him, you're gonna watch him to see what he does next.
But like,
No, I'm not.
let me. But like, here's the thing. Even
A lot
though,
of people do.
Even though you're not watching what he's gonna do next, you'll find out on social media, won't you?
He's in your head.
You'll fucking see it on advertisements, or you'll see it on someone's retweet,
Well,
right?
He's
living
not in
rent
my
free in
head, but
everybody's head.
if somebody on my timeline retweets, and look, am I going to say I don't have some interest in everything that went on before he came back to you? Of course I
Oh,
do.
right, yeah.
This is
Statues.
something I do. I'm on the
Yep.
fringe of giving a shit about some of that, but that's just really curiosity more than anything else. I could
Right.
give a shit
No,
about
yeah.
the character or anything
Totally
else.
not. But my point was that you at least hear about it. You know, even if you're not there
Yeah.
watching, he's big enough.
Yeah.
He's such a huge influence on the space. You'll hear about it if
I
he
mean,
does something.
have my wife and I had conversations about him and what went down? Yeah. It's just, again, his particular gimmick just doesn't do it for
I
me.
agree.
So, I don't know if you guys growing up, his gimmick reminds me of Fire Marshal Bill.
Well, see, and here's because you said growing up. See, here's the thing. Honestly, 16, 17-year-old me probably would have loved Dr. Disrespect.
Yep.
Because that's the kind of kid I was. I was cocky. I was brash. I would get into something competitive and I would shit on everybody when I won. But
He also has
older,
he almost has the teeth as well.
as I've
Whenever
gotten older, it just doesn't do it for me anymore.
What was the name of that show that he was on?
Mad
In
TV?
Living
Or
Color?
no, in Living Color. Yeah.
In Living
Jim
Color.
Carrey.
Jim Carrey, yeah.
So like let me just drop some shit here, guys. Think about it like this, okay? I'm sure all of us have seen the video. If you haven't seen the video, it's easy to find. But you can go out there right now, and I think it was an Australian band, but they made a point to show everyone that all of your favorite songs are used playing the same four chords.
Well, pretty
Yeah,
much.
they do
literally-
a whole concert doing it.
Literally every fucking song out there
The most popular
uses
ones.
the same 16 or so many notes, and there's no way that
They're
you're gonna
swapping
come up with a
patterns.
new unique pattern of those notes by now. There's just too many fucking notes, too many bands out there who've put those notes together in so many different ways. You're not gonna come up with anything like, you know, fundamentally different. What you are going to come up with is a way for you to use those notes to express something that's very personal and very unique to you.
Right.
And that's where you've seen the video, yeah. But that's where that's where the difference is. That's why those songs that they were playing using those same notes, each of them was super super popular, very successful monetarily. Even like the people who wrote them, you know, even though they used the same four notes as the other songs out there in the world, they still stood out, and it's because of the way they expressed those notes. There's no difference between what they played or how they played them. It's the fact that it was them being unique individuals playing it. I feel like calling someone who's 30 a child. What's the word here? A dick move. Yeah. It's a dick move. But yeah, that's mostly what I got out of that whole Harris Heller thing. Like, first of all, the dude made playlists on Spotify that you can stream. He has his own beats and shit. He like put together a pretty
Stream Beats is his baby.
yeah. It's a pretty high quality playlist of songs that don't suck much. And you don't get copyright strikes for them. So super neat. Like, the guy is putting stuff out there, and he's like, living the things he's talking about. So I do believe that his experience is what's informing these opinions.
No, and it definitely is, because one thing he touched on in that video was the importance of, if you're going to try to do this as a full-time thing, way to support your family, diversify. Because if you watch it, he talked about how he and his wife got their start in social media on Vine. Yep. And he was incredibly successful on Vine. They thought Vine was going to last forever and blah, blah, blah. And then lo and behold, it did not. And, he basically said, look, I was fortunate enough to get a second opportunity to do something like this. And it seems like he's going to be all right. But it was, understand that you're not guaranteed anything. You're going to get out of it what you put into it. Maybe. And if it's something you want to do long term and permanently and have that be your main gig, you better understand that you're going to have to work your ass off to do it.
Yeah.
So you said he got a second chance. If you think about it, how many platforms are there where you can make content?
A lot.
You can have a chance on every one of those.
You can make your own website and that be your platform.
At the time, though,
just push it.
There wasn't.
I mean,
that's the thing.
There was
YouTube
in that
Twitch,
format, in a very
and Beam.
quick,
right?
Back and forth, like snappy video, like that kind of format. Especially Vines. Now it's TikTok. For a while, it was Snapchat.
And I think
Instagram is pulling up some too.
Instagram's doing some good shit.
I think the key to what he was saying, Canned, was not only did he get the second opportunity, there's no guarantee that you're going to find that same success on another platform.
Right.
True.
Right.
And there's no guarantee that this platform is going to be there tomorrow.
This one probably, though, because like literally billions of dollars are behind this platform, so you should feel kind of safe here. I know there's a lot of PTSD going around.
Don't think we're going to see a repeat of Mixer here. I don't think that's the case.
Probably going to work for
It
a
is
while.
2020.
That is true. And there's
voodoo
still
on
half
Mixer?
of it left.
2020 is going to be a 4-letter word.
So speaking about platforms not being there anymore, have you guys seen the uprising of Epic and Fortnite?
I did see they were having an issue with Apple right now.
They're not having an issue.
Apple has blocked them.
Yeah.
Yes. So Apple and Google, because Epic has went behind their backs pretty much and decided to give the player an opportunity to give Epic stores directly their money instead of going through the Apple Store or Google Store. So instead of paying $10 for some V-Bucks, you're now paying $7.99 and it goes directly to Epic.
Yeah,
So
30%
Apple
30% is a lot of money. And that's what
So
these platforms want.
Right. On top of that, you guys are probably old enough to remember back in '84, Apple put out a commercial against IBM.
Yep.
And
It was aired during the Olympics, I believe. It was either the
Fortnite
Super Bowl or the Olympics.
done a parody sort of deal where there's an Apple head talking on this big screen, talking about the unity of devices that we've been working for so hard, and this Fortnite character. The whole auditorium's full of Fortnite people, and she throws one of the pickaxes at the screen, busting it, and then walks away. And then it brings up a little thing that says Epic has stood up against the giants, Apple, and stuff like that. And they're pushing all of their players to hashtag free Fortnite. Um, so here's the thing. I saw the video and I was like, hey Jack, I'm gonna show you a video real quick. And he says, oh yeah, I already saw that. I was like, how? As soon as he opens up Fortnite today,
It's
they
there.
made him watch that video
Yep.
before he can play the game. Interesting.
See, like, so, what, like, how do you feel about it? Do you think Fortnite is right, or do you think Apple is right?
They signed a contract with Apple.
Saying what? That every time there was a monetary transaction, it would go through their store?
That's what they signed an agreement on.
I'm just asking. I don't know.
I mean, that's what I would assume. I didn't read it or write it, but
so there's,
I mean, I think it's great for them to have it because I mean, it's their shit for real. I don't know. That's all in the legal stuff. And if there wasn't anything against it, and Apple's trying to bar them because they fucked up and didn't put it in their contract, shame on Apple.
interesting.
Yeah. I want to see how this case develops myself, honestly.
So I don't know if Google is. I don't know exactly what Google's doing. I know that a lot of the focus is on Apple right now. A pregnant pause. So Apple, everybody that already has the app on their devices, whether it be Apple or Google, you're still able to play it. Apple has taken Fortnite off of their app store, so you can't download the game, and you're not going to be able to update to the next season, which should be on the 27th of this month, I think.
You can always
Call your lawyer.
You can always download the APK for it. I don't know what it's called for
BlueStacks
for
or some
Apple,
shit.
but
Oh,
on the Android it's an APK file. You can always
Yeah.
download an APK file, and I'm betting that
How do you
Put
if they're
two
going to
in
have
there,
the issues
put the
that they're,
sticks where
that
they're
they're
going
facing
opposite.
and predicting,
2
that
minutes.
Epic is going to have the APK for it on their site. I'm just saying, because you can put your phone into developer mode and download and install anything, any APK file.
Isn't that jailbreaking your phone?
Nope. The developer options are in your phone.
Sam.
Wait.
Fucking nasty ass.
So, Fortnite is standing up and saying, "We're fighting the giants." Aren't they a fucking giant? Isn't Rare like
Epic.
Epic? Sorry.
Two or three. I think it's 3 billion, and Apple is 7 trillion or some shit. I don't remember how it was, but I read it. It was a Kotaku.
Levels to this. There's
It was a Kotaku ad or article. Let me see.
Just trying to find if I like I'm
Okay, here you go.
I'm looking.
Here, I got it. Let me open up Discord. It's a parent's guide to what the hell's going on in Fortnite.
Okay.
It's like your kid might have come and asked you what the hell's going on in Fortnite. Well, we're here to help you. I was like, oh,
Go on,
that's
Papa Can.
that's-
Tell us what's going on.
that's really cool. Hold on. Oh, I had the video still pulled up through Twitter. Authenticator, always 2-factor your shit. No matter what it is, always
Sure.
Nobody's a
2-factor.
pain in the ass to factor your shit.
That is the pain in the ass because you have to get an app for it.
It's fine.
Okay, let me take a copy.
Most things use Google or
Colonel Sanders,
Authenticator
too.
anyway.
Fancy schmancy side chat in the Discord, yeah?
Yeah.
Pop that in there. So I'm going to skim through this and give you some good little bits. What exactly happened? Fortnite, a billions of dollars a year game, is free to play, makes money through microtransactions. Player like your tween spend real money to buy fake money called V-Bucks. Yes, we all know this. Apple, a trillions of dollar a year company, processes that transaction and takes a 30% cut. Tim Sweeney, the CEO of Epic, the billionaire company that makes Fortnite, thinks that isn't fair. So, to thumb his nose at the trillionaire, yesterday Epic released what I have lovingly deemed a dongle inside the game. And the dongle allowed your kid to give your money directly to Fortnite, thus removing Apple and their cut of the transaction. This broke Apple and Google's rules, which say that payments have to go through them. So Apple and Google kicked Fortnite off their stores. Why is this happening? Because the writers of 2020 have lost the plot, and the latest "we live in a capitalist hellscape" shenanigans is a harrowing tale of David versus Goliath, if both combatants were actually just God.
That's my whole point. It's just rich people trying to get richer. Right?
It's just
Yeah.
rich people,
And, like,
rich people fighting.
Here's the thing, like, you're fucking lucky that your video game designed for a console works on a fucking Apple phone to begin with, right?
But they had to have their developers develop the game for each platform.
So they could what?
Put it on there for free and get
so they
microtransactions.
could still spend make money though. Like they didn't just decide
Yes.
like, oh, altruistic, like we'll make it for phones too. No, they're like, well, we can make a fuck ton of money off phones as well. Why don't we do that too? Like, so the whole thing, like
Everybody has a phone nowadays.
like what they're saying is it's capitalist, like it's rich people trying to make more money, and they're taking something as usually full of children. I'm not saying the only people who play it are children, but usually vast majority of Fortnite players are kids, and they're utilizing that kid to parent connection to further their own agenda of making more fucking money.
Yes.
Sounds like America.
Yep.
Cue
That's-
Childish Gambino. This is
The American way.
They said at the most basic level, this is Tim Sweeney again. At the most basic level, we're fighting for freedom of people who bought smartphones to install apps from sources of their choosing. The freedom for creators of apps to distribute them as they choose.
See, this is
and
where
the freedom of both groups to do business directly.
this is where I have to agree with it also, though, because you should be able to download anything onto your phone outside of the Play Store or the Apple Store if you want to.
Well,
Should be able
on
to.
Androids you can. I mean, that's the beauty of APKs and everything else.
Right, but it's
Where it becomes a huge pain in the ass is if you're an Apple user, and so what I tell people, because I deal with phones on
yeah.
a daily basis, is, and I've got an Android and an Apple. I'm primarily an Apple guy, but if people are talking about the differences, it's look, I can do pretty much whatever I want with my Android. And that's true. Open source,
It's open
blah,
source.
blah, blah. I can do whatever I want with my iPhone, as long as Apple tells me I can do it.
As long as it's been vetted by the App Store.
Now, there are pros and cons to both of those, which I won't get into here because that's not what this show is about tonight. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's my phone that I'm paying $600-700 for. Maybe I should
you
be
have the
able
newest
to do
one, it's
whatever I
$1,000.
want with it.
That's the thing, is Apple doesn't care and doesn't think it's your phone.
No, they don't.
They've leased it to
There's
you.
been people who have been fighting tooth and nail for right to repair, and the fact that when you buy that phone, you should be able to do whatever the hell you want with it, because it's your phone, your property.
thing is like
So,
like if you choose to download an app that hasn't been vetted by Google, you are accepting all responsibility for what that app does to your device.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Exactly.
And like you just said,
This
Apple
is
doesn't
an
sell you
Android.
a phone; they fucking lease it to you. right? So they're kind of just protecting their property by saying you can only put stuff on there that we say so.
So Apple says that the comment before is bullshit. Epic has had apps on the App Store for a decade, the company said in a statement to The Verge, and have benefited from the App Store ecosystem, including its tools, testing, and distribution that Apple provides to all developers. Epic agreed to the App Store terms and guidelines freely, and we are glad they've built such a successful business in the App Store. The fact that their business interests now lead them to push for a special arrangement does not change the fact that these guidelines create a level playing field for all developers and make the store safe for all users.
They're basically saying stay inside our system because we've created a system for you to stay inside of.
Essentially, yeah.
I mean, there's like, they can like caution you, like,
it's like, this works for everybody else. Why does that make you any different?
listen, you can be the road warrior, and you can be out there in the apocalypse, driving your own car, searching for your own gas, surviving on your own, or you can live next to the Thunderdome, right? You can live like with Tina Turner and those crazy people who like are part of a system. And Apple says, hey,
Yeah.
if we tell you that it's fight day, and you can have this app.
Mm-hmm.
Makes me think of Waterworld or some shit.
But it's like if you live inside a Thunderdome, what is Thunderdome going to tell you? Thunderdome is good. Thunderdome provides safety. Thunderdome gives you all the stuff you need. Why would you need anything else? Everything you've ever done has already happened inside a Thunderdome, so why don't you just stick around with Thunderdome? They're not going to give you the idea, well, maybe out there in the waste it's a little better. Maybe out there with somebody else, like another another Thunderdome.
Which, honestly, they started on their own platform to begin with. I mean, they had Xbox and they were on PlayStation, but they had their own store. No, they started on Xbox and PlayStation, remember? And then they made their computer store, Epic Games. And then everybody's like, oh my god, this is crazy.
Yeah, I do
and then
remember
after,
the uproar about that when they made Epic.
Yeah. And then whenever super exclusive games to Steam or Origin or Blizzard or whatever, Epic was now getting those exclusives.
This is the best response I've seen to that article, and it pretty much sums up the whole thing. To make the shorten the story, they got kicked out of Apple and Google's clubs for thinking they were too cool to pay their share of the dues. Though Google more or less left the sidewalk open for them to set up a lemonade stand.
Yeah. Cannibals. I just think that it's like, I don't know. I kind of want
end of it.
I kind of want people to put out an app wherever they want to, but at the same time I also want to be able to give my kid their fucking cell phone and say, yeah, you can download Faces Like Animals app, because I know that the App Store is at least vetted it enough to where it works and is compatible and won't make my kids
give you viruses.
Right? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, so like I can kind of see both sides of the argument, but also at the same time, shit's always going to be changing. Maybe Epic decides fuck you and they're going to make an Epic Store app. I don't know.
Maybe Epic's going to come out with their own cell phones.
There you go.
Give it time.
Because if they made an Epic Store app, it would have to go through their App Store.
Yeah. At least on iPhone it would. So guys, there was a big thing happening with Discord this week as well.
Yeah, what happened with that?
From what I understand, they are rolling back partner badges for Discords who no longer qualify for partner.
Yeah, what they're trying to encourage is partnered Discord users that are active, that are doing something, that are, I don't want to say earning that partnership, but basically earning that partnership.
At least qualifying for
chats.
it.
Yeah.
But here's a question. If you were a Twitch partner and then your numbers died, Maybe you had to take a break. Maybe you got sick. Maybe you had to find a different job.
Life
for a while.
happened.
Yeah, like something happened. Now you're back as a partner. Do you think Twitch should take that away because your numbers don't reflect that anymore?
So that depends on what the agreement is when you become partner. Honestly,
Maybe there should be a grace period.
Well, with Twitch, the partner agreement comes with a non-disclosure clause where they can fucking terminate for any reason they want.
Which opens them up for the ban.
I mean, but
it's
there's a huge
one of
difference
those-
between the $1 billion company that Twitch is versus the small startup that Discord has been for like the last
Right.
3 or 4 years, I think. So I'm not
I mean,
disagreeing with you.
it's one of those things where if you sign an agreement that says you're going to do this, this, and this, and you're going to be active, and you have to meet these requirements to maintain your partnership, then I also think it needs, decisions need to be made on a case by case basis. If you're going to be inactive for X amount of time, then you should talk to whoever handles that kind of shit within Twitch and see what Twitch is going to do.
Right. But, what if it was you? Like what if it was
Like me personally?
What if it was your partner Discord, right? And you've got access to all the emotes, you got access to all the overlays, you have access to all the higher quality video, the higher quality audio, you have access to all that stuff,
Sure.
right? And
I think if
but hold
I
on,
would-
but like let's say also like next, after you've had this partner Discord for a while, you qualified for it, you earned it. And then you get into a car accident and you can't stream.
Okay.
So your Discord becomes quiet. And then Discord sends you a message saying, hey, we noticed that there's not a lot of activity going on here anymore, so we're taking away all those things.
I think it's a scenario where I would probably talk to the powers that be and see what could be done, and if the powers that be decide nothing can be done, this is the final decision. It's gonna suck, but it's their platform and they can do what the fuck they want.
I mean, ultimately, that's how it goes. But what kind of precedent does that set?
Welcome back, Steve.
That's up to Discord to deal with. That's a Discord problem at that point.
Yeah. Well,
And if Discord is willing to set that precedent and say, well, you know what, we're going to roll back his partnership privileges because of this, or this, then that's something they've got to be willing to deal with.
I think if you step back and look at it, though, right? Like, let's say our Discord was partnered, and then all of a sudden it's not partnered anymore. Like, how much money do you think we'd have to spend to pay for Nitro in order to partner, to get those benefits back, right? Isn't that kind of what partnership is? It's like free Nitro.
I guess I've never really dug
I know
into
that
what.
they send you like a cool ass T-shirt or a hoodie or some shit too, and it's like it's like a whole little like welcome package.
Care
or whatever.
package.
There's always cool shit, but I wonder what the difference between having a full.
I have no idea. I mean, it helps keep that bandwidth down on their platform
Mm-hmm.
because they're not having to push 250 kilobyte audio and HD video and all that shit on a server.
Yeah,
You
and I
sure
do.
ain't pushing it this way. We'll tell you that much.
I was just gonna say, Steve, I think that is what's gonna solve our quality problem.
Maybe we should jump over to ours since it is boosted. I wonder if it'll be better.
It's worth a try.
It is.
Let's do it right now.
Okay.
Fuck it.
All right.
not?
Why not? We'll go right here. Video.
Quality's already better.
It is.
Everybody's
Way
crispy.
more beautiful.
Wow, hockey, you look amazing.
Thank
mean,
you. So do you, Bacon.
You've always looked amazing, though.
I posted a picture of you guys last summer, and I
I
want you to
saw
know
that.
that
I saw that.
I do miss the Florida trip. We are already mid-August, and
Yeah.
I missed the
I didn't see
Florida
the
trip.
photo. Where'd you put? Oh, there it is.
It's in the
Yeah,
fancy schmancy
Yeah.
side chat.
Side chat.
I missed that too. Yeah.
Good God.
I miss the heat.
That
and
was
the
some
smell
damn
of
good ice
Florida.
cream.
Yeah, fucking canned and sneak looking so majestic, and I'm just like,
Can you
this.
guys, you guys in stream?
Let
Can
me
you
just
can you
fucking
see a
eat my ice
difference?
cream, man.
Is there a difference? Because I
There
can
is.
tell
I'm
Can you
looking
hear
at
it
it
different?
just
right now.
what I can see, but
Yeah.
I guess
It's way more consistent across the 5 windows.
I think we need to
Like
boost.
if
we need
everybody
to boost
wave,
our Discord.
we've already boosted our Discord though.
No,
No,
If everybody
we need to-
waves,
we need to
the,
like.
the fancy schmancy Discord.
everybody needs to boost a Discord. Boost this one. Boost our.
I think you can
fancy schmancy
get
one.
different tiers.
Or we can just
You can.
know, lock a room for the 5 of us.
I think it's $100
We are-
for a year.
We are only in tier 1 right now, and that gives us this kind of shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
A tuck
I mean,
ton better.
Thanatos, I
Thank
can
you,
read the books on his bookshelf.
people.
So
most
back to,
most of
back
them
to
have
the-
Fabio on the cover. I'm just saying.
back to the point about
It's not
Discord
wrong.
pulling partnerships. If you are not using Discord or promoting them properly, you should lose your shit. We applied for partnership. They laughed at us.
They did.
Do you know how much we would have used Discord in that time?
Yep.
Hockey, move over a smidge.
I am moving.
He
over.
did. He's like,
Yeah.
can you believe that shit?
They definitely did tell us no, but I feel like obviously there's going to be more active Discords out there, but I just feel like as far as consistency and how often we use this thing, like if we had another, I don't know, another 5 to 10 people like us using it, we would be partnered.
Yeah.
Because just because of how active it is. But I mean at the same time, if I can pay so many dollars a month or a year, whatever, just to buy all those benefits, I don't understand what's such a hard hit about not having access to the tools you really won't need if you have an inactive Discord anyways.
Right.
You know what I mean? And if you think that you need those tools, just fucking pay for them. You've been using Discord for free for how goddamn long?
Yep.
I don't know. I think it's worth it, personally, Although, I don't want to pay $100 a year.
I don't either.
For a dead Discord, so.
Yeah.
I paid, what is it, $1,200 or $120? $120 a year.
$1,200.
Too many zeros in that one, Chef. Too many zeros.
That's a lot
because
of
it's
bucks
like
too, though, when you think about it.
$10 a month
It's
for
$10 a month
for Nitro.
Yeah.
And
That's your
they
Netflix sub.
yeah, and well no, mine's $14 for that because I have the
We paying for Discord now?
UHD capabilities.
So do I.
We're talking about it. I think you can buy for like the whole server. You can buy certain tiers.
You can boost it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you have to buy the Nitro. And then use your Nitro to boost it. And then if you have a certain number of boosts, you get access to this. If you have this many more boosts, you have access to that.
You're talking about actually.
Pay.
Yeah, we are just past level 1.
Yeah.
Level 2 needs 15 total boosts.
Yeah.
Level 3 needs 30. The next tier will give us another 50 server emoji slots for a total of 150.
Yep.
256 kilobyte per second or kilobits per second audio quality. Right now it's at 128.
Yeah,
we get a
gotta
server
some level
banner.
two.
We would get a server banner, 50 megabyte upload limit for all members. You don't have to all be Nitro to use it.
Right.
And 1080p, 60 frames per second, go live streams, which is...
Yep.
I mean, this is just streaming our video, and if we were sharing our screen, that's 1080, 60 frames.
Yep.
The top tier is 250 total emoji slots, 384 kilobits per second audio quality, vanity URL for the server, and 100 megabyte upload limit for all members.
We'd be able to have it like, thievesden.gg would link you to our server.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean,
so many rooms for
I'm,
emotes and
you know, we can
That's for 30 boosts.
30 boosts is ridiculous. Think about how much money that is.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if I was to boost this server, paying just straight up cash for it, to get 30. Okay.
Yeah.
That is
A month.
Oh,
now,
that's
right?
as many server boosts as you can get. It says $349 per month each.
$350.
That's
a month.
$104 each month.
Yeah.
$104 each month.
You're paying like over $1,000 a year just to have access to like that high quality. Now, like if we had a Discord server where there's, 4,000 active members, then it wouldn't be difficult.
It's like
to
a
get,
drop in the bucket.
Yeah, it wouldn't be difficult to get 30 people to boost the server every month.
Because every Nitro subscription you have, you can boost 2 servers.
Yeah.
Or you get 2 boosts for a server.
Right.
Like that's a lot of
Um,
money for Fox and Pixie Pop to pay to watch us on Friday.
Yeah,
nights,
yeah,
I mean.
totally. You're gonna get what we can afford, and that's just how you're gonna have to deal with it.
So the next tier 2, is 15 total. Just going straight up to 15, that's $52 and some change a month.
Yeah, I doubt.
It's about half that.
What
I
the
doubt we're
hell
gonna
are we
need that
waiting
much.
for? Let's do that.
I think I might purchase Nitro so that I can guarantee to have better quality calls.
And that'll be 6 boosts right there.
Yeah, so we'll figure it out. I'm not too worried about it. Fox says he'll just watch the VOD.
That'll be fine.
We're not posting the VOD anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're taking that shit
Just
down as soon as it happens.
Just because of that.
We're gonna
not
put it
posting
behind
the
a
VOD.
paywall on YouTube.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
So
Gonna
listen,
be
guys.
on our Patreon.
I tried to avoid a lot of these other topics this week because Steve was out. I
Yes.
think a couple of them were Steve's topics themselves. Yeah.
True.
But I do want to hear what happened to the family with no internet, TV, or phone for 2 days.
Yes.
I feel like
Oh.
I waited fucking long enough.
This is a warning to all of you. If you ever lose your internet, phone, or TV, I want you to realize what you're getting yourselves into.
Look into the camera.
You're gonna realize the children you have made, who they are, and what they think about things. They will come and talk to you
Oh god.
and listen to your every conversation
Oh god.
and give an opinion
No.
because
never.
they will have nothing else to do. Nothing. And it
Oh,
is
man.
the wildest thing.
See, your kids are
Deb
old
and I
enough.
were. Yeah. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, my kids, I can send them outside and ride their bikes, or, here's a board game. We can spend a couple hours playing a board game. Teach them a new card game or something. But I do know what you're saying, though. Like, if it was longer than a day, I would be in the same fucking boat.
Like
I wanna
Deb
kill
and I
you
were
all!
we were just standing in the garage and we were having a conversation about nothing. I can't even remember what it was, but we look up and the kids are just like looming over us, like so interested in content and information.
They
And,
just needed
and I'm-
input. It didn't matter where it came from. Just
Yeah. And-
someplace to get it.
They can't watch TikTok. Might as well watch Mom and Dad.
Two little Johnny Fives need input.
Oh man.
And I'm like, guys, you have those 20 gig data packages. Go shut off your Wi-Fi and go use that. No, it's not the same. We're not going to use it all up. It's the beginning of the month. We can't do that. It's like,
At
Yes.
least you've taught them some responsibility.
yeah,
$20. 20 gigs is 20 gigs.
yeah. Like,
Oh my god.
I don't know if it's the same up there as it is down here, but once you hit your data cap, they throttle you to half speed. I don't
Oh,
know
yeah.
if they cut you off completely up in Canada.
well, what they have is a family package of 20.
Fox.
So it's 10 and 10. So yeah, Connor was very aware that he was almost using up his 5 gigs of
Ouch,
fast.
yeah.
So yeah, it's
you watch 2 hours of TikTok, your dad is gone.
She said, "I didn't ask to be born. Entertain me."
Yeah, exactly. Dance for me.
I feel like that's how my kids are all the time.
Yeah. It was an amazing thing. It's great because the 4 of us would sit in the same room and things, but you also realized, okay, we are
Yep.
way too plugged
You
in.
start-
We are in the matrix.
Really
you start
are.
to notice their little quirks, and
Yeah.
they look so weird when they're like in the middle stage.
You're like, how long have
internet
you been
goes out.
shaving?
The internet goes out. They all start coming to you. Wait, who are you guys?
Well, that's
I
how
thought
we
you
realized.
moved out a couple years ago.
I took the time to move the router upstairs last weekend, and I'm going, okay, all right, all the Wi-Fi complaints are over. And
Right.
then my daughter sends me a text, goes, Dad, the Wi-Fi is really bad. And like I almost lost my mind because I put that router upstairs. I'm going, what is she talking about? And we realized, yeah, the whole connection was buggered. So
Oh.
yeah, that was the start of realizing there was a problem in that. Was
But it's all fixed now, right? And then you upgraded your graphics card.
yes, and that's its own adventure in itself. So
Are you?
We'll get that sorted
Do you
out.
feel
buddy.
like you're in a more stable place now?
We'll see.
We'll
Right
see.
now, I'm able to at least converse. It's like one of those things where there's way too many settings, and I play. So
Yeah, I had a problem. I remember installing my capture card was one of the very first things I ever did by myself, and I remember just being so fucking confused because it seemed like it just wasn't working right. And then I realized like I just needed to plug the thing in and get rid of every last program that had downloaded itself onto my PC and just use the program as if it was a device, or use the card like it was just a device
Yeah,
that was
just use
controlled
the
by something completely
OBS.
different. Never let like Rec Central grab your AverMedia shit. I always just delete all that shit off of there and use it like it's a piece of equipment that's already been there. Don't let something else talk to it.
yes, and never let your household run without internet.
Yeah.
It's a requirement now. It's almost like water and hydro
Yep.
or electricity.
It's like they should just give it away for free because now it's a commodity.
Part of growing up.
What
Mhm.
do you think about the new reply system Twitch has?
I'm getting used to it. I used it today for the first time.
I like how it looks now. When they
I
first
just
started
noticed it.
it was difficult.
Streamed in 2 weeks, so I have no experience with it yet.
How long has it been? I just learned about it today.
Yeah, I've known about
think
it
it
for
came
a
out
few
on
days,
Monday.
but I just used it today.
Oh shit!
It's actually really cool.
Well-
Like listen, they had it out, they didn't tell anybody, they just dropped it. And then they realized that there was a lot of problems because there's too much jumping around. And it looked terrible. They took it away for a little while, now they gave it back, but they have this little sub chat.
Mm-hmm.
So the way I saw it before was like you would have the comment, and then right under it, like pushed out some, you would have the reply to it.
Right.
So as chat was progressing,
You're
would
like
a new
losing it.
comment pop
Yeah.
up as it's going?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This keeps
That
it to
makes
where
sense.
it shows that you're replying. Like right here, like on my actual broadcast, the chat is not showing that. It's just saying at, like it used to. It'd be at peepops.
Mm-hmm.
This, so if you're following along in a chat, then it's no big deal. But if you have like the Twitch chat up, then you can see that it's like a sub chat replying to such and such.
I don't like
this
it.
message.
I like how it has a little
Now,
chat bubble right
Yes.
above the first icon, and then it says replying to,
Mm-hmm.
and it's your face.
And if you click on it, you can see the entire thread.
Right.
So if there's a whole conversation, you can read the whole conversation.
Pretty neat.
Yeah, see thread. Yeah.
Does anybody have beefs this week?
Oh, that's fancy.
Any beefs? I'll beef.
Solstice of Heroes is my beef.
Solstice of Heroes is a very large beef. Do you want to release the beef?
Do it, man. Do it. You'll feel better.
Let the beef go.
Because it won't change anything. It's
Breathe
still gonna
life
be
into
me.
the beef. We want to hear it and
Freeze
taste
the
it.
beef.
I'm gonna grind my ass off for this solstice gear, and like 2 weeks later, it's gonna be fucking worthless because I'm gonna have better shit.
Yep.
It's a true story.
That's the beef. That's also, I think, any live MMO style game like that is going to be the same deal, right? Like if you're playing Warframe right now, wouldn't you be like gearing up for the next expansion and like the stuff you're grinding for now isn't really going to matter much in a couple of weeks?
Yeah. My beef, I guess, is with Bungie as a whole, not just Solstice. They put really cool shit
Get to
in
the
this
bottom
game,
of it. Go on.
but then I've got to give up my entire fucking life to get any of that really cool shit because you can't do like normal human being ass fucking quests for it. You got to do like whole ass. Each quest is a fucking game in itself in order to acquire some shit.
Agreed.
And then like 2 weeks later, they come out with cooler shit that you want even more.
I don't think he's right.
And then,
And then
and then when you do find
No,
the
and
cool
then.
stuff, then you
And
got to go back.
then.
You got to go back and repeat the same thing you did before to collect more materials, so you can masterwork that shit that you just got.
Yeah.
And then when they drop the next content, like the next DLC, they're gonna start sunsetting all that stuff, so it's not even gonna matter later on.
Yeah, like all this shit I'm grinding for right now is going to be fucking vaulted in 2 months, you know? Which I will say, I read through the actual thing Bungie put out about the content vaulting. I think that's a really good idea. I think it's a really good idea, and I think it was a good idea for them because I'm about to put this entire fucking game in a vault.
Well,
And
Be back
You
in
know-
2 seasons.
Thanatos and I had a great conversation before we joined the rest of you, and he was ranting and raving about the game. But I said it's okay. That's what you're supposed to do when you're a Destiny player.
Yeah.
And I told him how I put on my blue gear, and it says run 5 strikes. And I said I don't feel like running 5 strikes.
yeah.
I still have my blue gear on because this is just something to do while you're kicking tires and don't have anything else to do.
There's no real
I
point.
acquired the
Just-
helmet, but that was it.
There's
I
no
haven't
real
done
point
a
to this
damn
stuff. You're just
thing.
collecting loot. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah, like
this is the one game that my wife will hear me say like 20 times while I'm playing it. I fucking hate this game, and the conversation is always the same. Well, why do you play it? I don't fucking know at this point because I
Yeah.
bought it and I paid a bunch of money for all the content, so I feel like I gotta fucking play it now.
Mm-hmm.
And then I decide to get back into it, and all you assholes are like, "Nah, I'm good."
yeah. Well,
I
Bacon
haven't
and I
said
went and
that.
looked at flowers the other night. We glitched a raid and
Oh, yeah,
went
I glitched him. I
flowers,
glitched him into the Garden of Salvation raid, so he could see some of the scenery.
yeah. So
Okay.
we didn't get any blue gauntlets or helmets that night. We looked at flowers, and you know what? We're good.
You
Were
know
you
that,
just
got a
like
raid
Lenny?
chest. You got a raid chest.
Oh yes,
You
you're
were
right. Yes.
Bacon took Steve to look at the flowers like George took Lenny.
Yep, pretty much. Just look at the flowers, Steve. Just look at them.
Bang! Boom! Headshot.
oh god.
But now I'm at a point with this fucking Solstice grind where I've done enough of it. I feel like I have to keep going. That's the other thing. I've got like 3 pieces of the purple set finished, and if I stop now, it's like
She went to bed.
I wasted all that.
Damned if you do and damned if you don't, my friend.
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much what it comes down to.
Yeah, I've been boycotting Destiny. I'm like, not really feeling it. Because I'm already so far behind anyways. I'm like,
Oh
fuck.
shit! Yeah, when I started it back up that morning with hockey and sneak, and we got out Crucible, you don't need to know what the fuck's going on, right? You just shoot demands. But when we got finished with Crucible and I got back into just regular old Destiny, because I stayed on for a couple hours after that,
Right.
fucking around with it. I had no clue. I mean, because
I'm in
this
the
is
same boat,
season
yeah.
what? Season 11, I guess, and I realized that I had skipped like 7 or 8 seasons. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck to do now. I don't have any idea where I'm supposed to go from here. And that's, you know,
but also like the game doesn't do a very good job of telling you either, though.
it doesn't fucking tell you shit. and then like the only clear direction I've really had since I got back into it was when this thing I'm bitching about right now started. So it's like Solstice started. I was like, okay, I know how to do that. That I know. I don't know. I don't know.
Anybody else
There's a
got
thing
beefs?
to be done.
That's
Go
that's
do
a
it.
great beef, dude. I'm glad that you got that off your chest.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Great beef.
You feel better?
Anybody else got a beef?
No, I don't feel better because I'm still fucking doing
I
this
was gonna
shit.
say he's staring at it right now.
Sorry.
He hasn't
He's
stopped
playing
the
it
whole
right
time.
now. It's still in his hands.
I'm
Strikes,
literally,
damn it.
I'm in the EAZ right now as we speak, and it's my years of Twitch streaming that give me the ability to play this game and conduct a show at the same time because I'm really good at talking.
I still
to
can't fucking
years.
do that. So
Yeah.
touche.
I made ramen today and it was delicious.
I seen
I
that
made fish
picture.
tacos.
It's not
I
a
seen
beef.
that picture too.
So good.
It
No-
might have been a beef ramen.
No more beefs
Hockey.
though?
Hockey, you need to have a beef. You always have the best beefs.
Well, my beef is I'm tired of everything. We're at show 33 and we've been talking about the same shit for 33 shows and we've been watching this coronavirus bother us right for 33 shows and I'm just tired of it. So
40th show. Steve's supposed to be out and leaving.
I don't know if
You know,
that
there-
was what it was, but
There might be
was
something
the
to
feel
this
like
that
coronavirus thing.
I thought that's what we said. I thought Steve said at 40 I'm fucking cutting bait.
Steve
and
said
I'm
he's
cutting-
out. Steve said he's out at show 40, so we're almost there.
Actually,
Yeah, it's-
what Steve said was we're going to cut the dead weight at show 40 and keep moving. So
Oh, that's it.
park the fuck up,
I'll be gone at
bitches.
40.
no, actually, what my beef is 10 to 15 years ago when I bought my graphics cards, they're still doing the same shit with the software as they are now. It's
Yep.
they're conflicted, they're fucked, they fight with each other, and you've spent all kinds of money to buy these things, and no
to buy
guy
children.
Should be plug and play.
Yeah, it should be plug and play. And this is
Mine was plug and play.
it's the same problems that I had 15 years ago.
Mine was plug and play. All I had to do was download the drivers. Everything worked fine.
I know. But then you mess with one thing and then not only that you spend so much
It's
money.
usually
you think, well,
Windows Update that fucks with things. I'm just saying.
This is
I
why I
have
like
those
hockey.
updates.
This is why I like when hockey has a beef because he almost gets frustrated enough where he starts stumbling over his own words and then he realizes he's Canadian and everything just levels back out.
That's when his genetics take back over.
Yeah.
That's enough of that
yeah,
beef, eh?
something like that.
Sorry about that. Sorry.
Sorry about that, eh?
Sorry.
Too much beef, eh?
Seems like you're
Legal
moving
thing.
from beef to wine, eh?
How are you now?
How are you now?
It's like some alarm in his head goes off that he's just getting too hostile for a Canadian. He's like, I can't do this.
I'm gonna say if there's no more beefs, we're good to go. It was a great show. Had a blast.
Yes, it
Sorry that
was.
Steve missed half of it. But
Yeah, it's disappointing. I waited all night for that, but
I'm glad you got your shit together. At least you tuned
I
in.
want to win the contest to stay in the Blockbuster in Oregon for the night.
oh, I didn't want to talk about that till next week. So great, thanks.
We'll just
More
pack it.
news next
No,
week.
that's fine. That's just a tease.
You
That's fine.
you better fucking enter to win then.
tune
I
in
already
next
entered.
week.
I already entered.
Did you really already enter? All right, so
Yes.
fucking tell us about Blockbuster, Bacon. What's going on with that?
The last Blockbuster in the world. It's not a corporate-owned Blockbuster. It's a privately owned Blockbuster. It's in Oregon. And if you win the contest, you get to stay in the Blockbuster for a night.
You spend the night
A whole
in a
night.
cold ass retail store. Everyone excited about that?
It's,
So-
they've turned it into an Airbnb.
What I do every day of my life.
How's it an
That sounds
Airbnb? Is
nice.
there literally like
A couch bed.
a couch bed?
A couch bed, bean bags.
Well, you are
there's-
enticing me.
set it up
I'm
with-
fucking
with-
packed and
They
ready.
give you they give you food and candy.
Sign up
and,
now.
They'll let you watch as many movies as you want. You know,
Just pull it off the shelf. That looks
Pretty
good.
much.
Good.
My herniated disc just got a herniated disc. Okay.
You get to watch VHS tapes? I think so.
Can I
Does
go?
it
You
have
gotta,
the old
you gotta
consoles?
rewind all of them.
Be kind.
Can I finally go
rewind.
to the room behind the curtain, or do you think? Like...
Blockbuster doesn't have that room.
No, they never did. It was like a wall with an opening, and you had to like walk in and around another corner. It was weird, fucking weird.
That is pretty neat though. Like, is it like a just a contest because they want people to know that it's now an Airbnb, or
It's not an Airbnb.
They're
They're
just
just
turning
doing
it
it
into
for
one.
3 nights. They're just doing it for
Gotcha.
3 nights.
So, but like
And
it still
three
functions as a.
people will win.
How does it still function as a Blockbuster?
We have a
They'll
family
go in and rent
video.
movies
People still rent movies.
Yeah,
from that Blockbuster. Yeah.
yeah. There's a family video in Litchfield, a ways away, and then there's another family-owned movie store.
Look, I'm gonna say this because I love
Yes.
you.
They haven't gotten the memo yet.
It sounds like a bunch of poor people. Just kidding. Netflix changed the game for a lot of people out there. And,
It's great. It's great for hipsters.
no, but dude,
you know?
like, no, there's a
Let's
serious.
go rent a VHS.
There's a serious nostalgia behind going to a video store that I like.
Exactly.
I think if there was still one
Even
around here,
for the
I would just
DVD.
go just for the fucking feeling of being in a video store again. So
You know what your kids would say though. Where the fuck are we, Dad?
Is this a museum?
are these books? How they make
Is this
these
rotten
movies
popcorn?
into books?
It'd be like the first time my daughter saw a payphone and I had to spend 45 minutes explaining the dynamics of that shit to her. You had to pay to use the phone? Well,
I
you
Well-
don't
plopped
gotta
a
pay to
rotary
use the phone.
phone. I plopped
Oh,
a
yeah.
rotary phone in front of my daughter, and she had no fucking clue
No
what the hell.
fucking
it was.
clue what to do with
As,
it. Yeah.
as soon as you plopped it down, the bells inside rang, didn't it?
Yes,
Ding!
yes, it did.
No, yeah, like I just know, like, you know, when Netflix first came out, I remember telling my kids, like, they would send me DVDs, and they're like, no.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, I would
remember
like
that.
pick what I
Yeah.
wanted online, and it would come in through the mail like
Net-
2 or
yeah.
3 or 4 or 5 or 6 days later,
For
Yeah.
$7.
I mean, you
and they'd be
make a whole
scratched to
list of
hell, and
them.
no one could fucking watch them, and you'd get pissed off, and then all of a sudden, like,
You'd make
oh, I can do it digitally, and then all of a sudden, the entire movie experience changed.
Mhm. You
Yes.
can make a whole list of DVDs that you wanted to
Yeah,
watch,
Yep.
and you would send what you had back, and they would automatically send you the next things on your list, and you could shuffle that list around.
yep. It
As
was
soon as
it was
Netflix came
like,
out, we jumped
considering
on that shit.
considering what you're coming from, which is like you got to get your fat ass up and drive to the video store, and then when you're done watching it, you got to get your fat ass up again and bring it back to the video store. And if you bring it late,
After
they
you
charge you
rewound it.
more.
After you rewound
Well,
it.
I mean, some people were still renting DVDs.
DVDs. Yeah.
But like what I mean is like there was so much into it. There's so much going on like involved with that you know, having it come to you mail order was like fucking revolutionary.
Mm-hmm.
That was right before Amazon really took up
Be kind
too.
rewind. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
it's-
once
it was
Delivered
the
at Home came
heyday
out,
of
ooh,
the beginning of online shopping and online
GameFly started after that.
everything.
GameFly. Did you guys have GameFly?
I still
have
do
GameFly.
have GameFly, and guess what? I
thinking
don't
about-
fucking use
I'm thinking about
GameFly.
getting GameFly again, honestly.
I have 2 discs, 2 games at a time, and I don't use that shit. It's games that I let Jack play, and
Oh my
he
God.
doesn't. He never touches them.
Sounds like
So
you
I got to
should
send those
cancel
bitches back.
Cancel that shit.
No, I got to utilize that shit.
Yep.
Well, we have something even better now. We have Game Pass.
Well, I got that too. If there's a subscription, most likely I have it.
Do you have Humble Bundle?
I have that too.
Do you get loot crates?
I get
Loot
Humble
crates?
Bundle once every like a year once.
Has to be-
Jujitsu
has to be the
Robot,
right
hello and
bundle.
welcome.
Yeah, it really does have to be the right
Has to be the
bundle.
right bundle.
They
I
changed
used
it
to get
to-
Loot Crate up until about 2 years ago. I started in when they first started it, and they had a T-shirt, and not every box had a T-shirt. And
I haven't
it
had
was
Loot Crate from
honestly
them.
a surprise what you were getting.
Right. I remember looking at it and I was thinking like, there's too much in there that I don't want to pay for. You know, to get like
That
the
makes sense.
to get like the full like monthly service. Like there's some cool stuff, but it's like they would also send stuff that's like useless to me that I just wouldn't have any.
Oh yeah, totally send stuff, useless stuff. This one was from May 2014. It was the Adventure Crate.
Oh, nice, yeah.
And they used to have these in every single one too.
You got a Sharknado loot crate, P-Pop said. She also said that every month she hears Inevitable say, "Fuck, I forgot to cancel Humble Bundle." Sounds about right.
Yeah,
That's what they count on.
Forgot.
That's like what, like those gym subscriptions, they count on you not going to the gym.
Or the sub to sneak peek. That's often one that gets forgotten.
Yeah, the subs to Speaks channel.
Yeah, so cancel those immediately.
Automatically comes out.
Definitely don't put those on renewed. I'm gonna say we're gonna call it a night now.
Yep. Great show.
That sounds
Awesome
good.
show. We're gonna be back next week with show 34. If you enjoyed the tunes behind the stream today, don't forget to check out my guy Deke Beats on the Spotify, on the internets, everywhere you find beats and or people. He'll be there. Deke, D-E-E-K, Deke Beats for all your beat needs.
Beats. Okay.
All your
right.
Deke beating
What
needs.
do you think he was saying, Deke?
That was not what I thought he said earlier when he said it.
Deke Beats. The guy is making fucking badass, chill ass behind the stream music, and I love it.
Okay, we weren't sure. Sorry.
It makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah, you guys can't hear it.
Masturbate too. Dick Beats.
Yeah.
Deke Beats.
Good night, everybody. Y'all have a great night.
Good night.
We'll see you guys later.